But
welcome back to the Arch Place. Apparently, Vamp does Loli voices now.
I've always been able to do a Loli voice. I just never really had a...
You also didn't brand it that way.
Well, yeah, I never branded it that way because I didn't have the terminology, and I've never really had the need to do a Loli voice. But I've always been able to do this type of voice, you know?
It's a common girl thing to be able to do that range.
Uh-huh. That one was a little too nasally, but you get the idea.
Yeah, and a little bit too much bass in it.
So yeah.
Which normally I'm all about, but...
All about that bass. No treble. I fucking hate...
All about that bass. Cannon bass.
Like, I don't so much hate that song, but I hate her other song, Dear Future Husband. It pissed me off.
Dear future husband, let me be your slave.
Well, not just that, but also, like, how...
Yes, I do the cooking and the cleaning.
But also, I think, like, what she expected of her husband also pissed me off. It's been a while since I've listened to that song on purpose.
That song is terrible.
One of the worst parts about it is that it's catchy, so it gets in my head.
Uh-huh. It's not just her singing style that she takes from the 50s, it's also her mindset of gender norms. I hate that bitch.
I also quite like her singing style too, like in that song. It's something that I appreciate.
Doo-wop?
Oh yeah, I love doo-wop. If that's what it's called. So, Nostalgia Critic.
Well, before that, I saw somewhere that guys can, on average, achieve a higher pitched voice because they're more used to engaging their falsetto.
Really?
Because women don't necessarily even think about it because they don't have to in order to get those super high notes.
That's probably fair, yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to get all the coins.
Yes, we need a fuck ton of coins. I'm gonna burp, watch out.
Burn. You are really good at making sexual noises.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning into it right now just because I feel like it. Not really for anyone else. Kind of like when women dress up. It's for themselves, not for anyone else, so fuck you guys.
Yep.
On that note...
On that note, we're talking about the Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, right. Yeah, those
are related.
Yeah, I guess so. So you lead into this because I have a tendency of taking things away from you because I'm greedy.
Well, that's okay. You also run this show. It's not the Tarbuck show.
Really? I can tell.
Yeah, I know. I don't really make it that obvious that it isn't the Tarbuck show, but it's not supposed to be the Tarbuck show.
So, lead into the topic.
So, you do analysis now. You do analysis.
I've always done analysis.
Yeah, but whatever.
I've not always done it.
You make a lot of videos now about a lot of different subjects.
Yes.
So, how does that change how you see reviewers?
So, it's not so much that, well, I guess probably...
Don't you fucking dare.
He became an egg and he's gonna fall into the... Well, that doesn't seem like... Okay. It's probably partially the fact that, oh, you lost all your coins. Oh, shit. It's probably partially because I've become a reviewer and now I'm more attuned to these things, but also because I've gotten into just better people. But... a lot of the staple reviewer mainstays of YouTube kind of bug the shit out of me. Like, I have trouble reading mal reviews because they'll always start out with the description of the show, and I don't fucking care about the description of the show. For the most part, I could just read the description in the part where it says description. If I'm reading a review... There's a synopsis
and a plot section and stuff.
If I want a review, I want to know what you think of the show, not how you describe the show necessarily. And that kind of gets into my thoughts on the Nostalgia Critic, or like people like him, like Diva from Musical Hell. Mm-hmm. They bother me less because they do it in a funny or entertaining way. Like, it's less of this happened and then this happened and this happened. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what I think about all this. It's just more of going through the work and giving your thoughts as you go along, which I find...
The walkthrough review
Yeah, it's not the highest form of review by far at all, but, it's...
The highest form of review, by the way, was Did You Finish or Fail deep dive video. Or not deep dive. The original, like... The finish or fail thing that he did that got no traction with anybody other than me. And I loved it so much. Okay,
I didn't care
nobody,
about it.
but...
I didn't care for it so much.
You didn't care about it.
It's just not my style of a video at all. It just had no inherent sense to me. And I recognize that that's more my problem than anyone else's. So I'm not going to necessarily blame Digi or anyone else who enjoys it. But, not my thing. Hashtag.
Not my thing, hashtag.
It made sense in my head, I promise. Yoshi's over there.
Yeah, but he's eventually gonna die.
Oh.
And then...
Isn't he being reborn?
Yeah, he's like a phoenix that way.
Okay.
Phoenixes are birds, and birds are basically dinosaurs.
They are, yeah. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that type of review. Like, walkthrough reviews, they're very easy to do. As you can tell, that was my very first review that I ever did. My Phantom of the Opera 2004 that I did. It was a walkthrough review. And
you do the format better than most, by the way.
Oh, really? Thank you. I don't necessarily hate that review type, but I find it a little limiting, and I'm kind of trying to get away from it. It has its upsides in a lot of ways because of being able to talk about these little points that I have in my head that I've always wanted to address, but they kind of don't. Whenever you talk about the bigger picture and overarching issues or things that the work does right, it's kind of detracting from the walkthrough itself, and so it feels like you're taking time away from whatever the main point was supposed to be.
Yeah, if you make a real point, then it causes problems.
Kind of like when we were talking about you and Mask looked at my script for the 2004 Phantom, and Mask more than you, but you both put in the part about adaptation and the nature of it and what makes certain adaptations better. And that whole part, it's good, but
it breaks the format.
Yeah, it breaks the format, and that's one of my biggest issues with
that script.
Kind of, yeah. And when you guys put it in, I was just like, this doesn't fit. And it was a good thing to say, but it just didn't really work with the flow. Well, in the end, I'm glad that it's there, and I like it much better on reflection, but it doesn't have inherent... It doesn't fit into this square hole.
This is kind of why we said that J.O. was the prototype for our appreciation of Digi, is that when J.O. would do reviews and stuff, it would be like, here's some stuff about the show, let's follow our formula. Now, here's some actual important things to say. Something really of substance.
Yeah. I don't remember so much that. I really want to, maybe not with you, but if you or whoever has the files on their computer could give me those.
Mask big terabyte drive thing has it.
Okay, yeah. I want to rewatch his videos. I'm going to call him his, even though he was performing as a girl at the time.
And he publicly disavows having ever done it.
Oh.
Not having ever done it, but is yeah, there's...
Are you fucking kidding me?
What did you...
I had it secure and then it fell over. It's in my lap now.
God
yeah.
Damn it.
So he's disavowed, or kinda... He's taking the Lindsay Ellis approach to the nostalgia chick stuff.
Yeah.
Which is probably fair, and I can...
He doesn't want any of it shared around, and is like, there's this thing that I used to do, and it's the inferior version of what I do now, and it's also tied up in a whole bunch of horrible parts of my life, and I would rather the entire universe forget about it. Oh. But that's a shame, because, it's really good work.
Lindsay's actually... She's got a similar approach to it, this is the worst shit I've ever done, except for this one review. I don't think it should be watched, but she's actually re-uploading her Nostalgic Chick stuff because she recognizes that people,
if she doesn't, somebody else will.
Yeah, and they'll make money off of it too. I think that's just following you now. Or, yeah, it's just chilling, or I have no idea. Maybe you need to jump for it? What the? Oh, yeah, I think it's just following you now, and you gotta get the other guys.
Well, just to see, let's go.
Yeah, it's following you.
See.
It's just staying far away. Okay, but yeah, that's Lindsay's thing with it. I think I don't know about if Jo necessarily influenced my style, but my philosophy now with doing reviews or analysis of anything is just like, if you've clicked on it, you obviously probably know something about the show. And if not, then, well,
a walkthrough review, which is the kind that I originally liked before I got into, like, Digi stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, that's the early Digi stuff that I did like, is I wanted him to talk about every episode. And it's kind of why I'm still badgering Mask about doing an every episode deep dive of My Little Pony, but that's never going to happen because, like, for a lot of reasons.
Well, yeah, that too.
I like that format of just going through everything because in the case of not My Little Pony, it's a replacement for watching the thing that is better than watching the thing. Like, take the Spoonie reviews of Highlander. That is so much better than Highlander.
That is true.
It, like, his worst Highlander review is better than the first Highlander movie, which is supposed to be the good one. Fucking hell. Okay, I'm just going here now.
Okay. I think I can see that, yeah. See, now I'm kind of caught because with my Love Never Dies video, I was really trying to go for the Lindsay Ellis, like, still kind of in chronological order, like the walkthrough review, but not necessarily, like, explain the events that happen unless it's important to my point.
Mm-hmm.
But now hearing that, it's also like, maybe I shouldn't full sail just ignore this medium.
Because you totally could do a better version of bad things. Like, if you were to talk about the Don Bluth Thumbelina, yeah. If you were to talk about Thumbelina, I would be super down for you doing a replacement review of it, because I want your riffs on it, but you're also kind of not a comedy person.
I'm not. Like, I try to be, but I'm not very creative when it comes to comedy. Like, it just happens to be what I say, and that's why my videos tend not to be super funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But, and I gotta say, like, doing a walkthrough review is actually, well, it's easy in some ways. It's also difficult in other ways because you're trying to creatively explain things that you've heard a million other times, and also trying to get away from the same phrasing that you just used for another point. That's something that I found with my Phantom review. But even still, it's a nice format, and it's pretty decently easy to do, and that's probably why a lot of people still do it.
Yeah.
Then again, I guess I'm kind of caught with that and the Lindsay Ellis approach to talking about media, because it just seems like, to me at least, because it's easy, it's kind of lesser. Like, and again, like, going on the idea of just... Oh, what was I saying? No, get back here! Going on the idea of not being as easily able to make bigger points about things.
The format resists taking an aside and making a giant point.
Yeah.
But no, what I want is a 2.5 hour review of a 45-minute special. That's what I like. When I was watching walkthrough reviews and stuff, that's what I was after.
What do you mean by 2.5 hour review of a 45-minute special? Like, what do you mean?
Like, the Spoonie review of, I mean, it's long gone now, but the Spoonie review of one of the Twilight movies was 3.5 hours, and it's a 90-minute movie.
I see. I'm gonna have to rewatch some more of his stuff, because we watched a little bit of it. Oh, it won't let you do it again.
Yeah, and also, like, the problem with the Spoonie one himself is that, like, a lot of his vlog content was those kinds of reviews, and his vlogs are gone.
Yeah, a lot of his stuff is gone, which is upsetting.
It's kind of only the big money makers from back in the day that have stuck around.
Yeah. Although I can understand wanting to distance yourself from, like, things that you've done in the past.
I don't know if it's even that.
Maybe it is that he just doesn't care.
Hey, we should really download all of Counter Monkey, because that needs to be preserved.
Yeah, like, I wasn't terribly into a lot of the episodes. Some of them I just found boring because I'm not...
Like the toilet pizza?
Oh no, toilet pizza, that was fucking funny. But I think my favorites of it was always the Chicago way.
Oh, the Chicago way.
That was my favorite story of his.
The Chicago way was pretty good.
I would re-listen to that. I have re-listened to that. I think there was a... I can't
Thieves
remember.
World. Thieves World is great.
Wasn't that part of Thieves World?
Yeah, Thieves World Part 2 is the Chicago way.
Yeah, yeah. I think
I think of it as Thieves World, though. Let's see.
I think I re-listened to that as I was, like, drawing a picture when I used to live in Illinois.
Not Invisible Jason, but Vegan Steve and the Gin of Famogo is one of them.
That.
You don't remember Vegan Steve?
No, I don't.
The deck of many things. I wish for a deck of many things. Done.
Oh, you need to get that first bit first.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting star bits.
Oh, okay. I think you've got enough star bits. Now it's just a matter of completing it. I throw a flask of acid at his face!
I held up his takedown of the Twilight Saga as the best version of shitting on Twilight, which was something that I was super into for a really long time.
Oh, we should see if that's still
No,
up.
it's gone.
Oh,
I tried
shit.
looking. I tried showing second place that, and no, it's gone.
Oh, well. Yeah. There's just a lot of things out there that you kind of had to be there at the time, otherwise it's just gone. Like, even before the internet, just a lot of things lost to the sands of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's dumb and bad, and I hate it.
It is rather sad. It's like my philosophy about, like, live performances, like with musicals and such. Like, yeah, you could have seen it once and enjoyed it, but then there's just other castings that change the story in ways that you can't really imagine. Like, I would have loved to see how certain phantoms portray their characters. Like, you wouldn't think it, but there are just different phantoms depending on who is playing him. I wish I have some examples, like, in my head, but I can't really piece them together. But yeah. I need
the temporariness of all of that stuff, like not wanting to preserve it or like producing it in a way that doesn't preserve it, is ridiculous to me, because it's kind of hostile to your own creation.
Yeah. You know what's annoying in retrospect? And, well, so it's annoying in a different way in retrospect, but when I was in middle school, it was just commonplace to record any stage performances, like the musical, the play type thing. They would just record and you just order a copy of it. But when I got to high school, they didn't do that. They wouldn't record the musicals or the plays. And now when I look back at it, yeah, it might have been, it was the performances probably weren't as good as I remember it, because, you know, we were high schoolers, we're not professionals, but even still, I remember some of the people being pretty decent at their craft, and I kind of want to relive these memories. But because it's just a thing that we didn't do, then it's just gone.
Yeah, it's a real shame. Even if the stuff that's lost wasn't of a shareable quality, it's at least something that was important for you.
Yeah, like how I look at my poetry in the past. I've got a lot of shit poetry, but it's still a documentation of this point in time that I existed in. Or that a form of me existed in.
Yeah, when we go to Mask's place tomorrow, we should, like, try to dig up Mask's old poetry.
Oh, yeah. I think
It was super edgy.
Well, hey, like, have you read my poetry? I only wrote poetry and still only seem to write poetry when I'm a depressed, sad boy.
It's kind of like, what would I compare it to? It's also been a while since I've been around it.
I bet, because, like, wasn't, like, the most recent bit of poetry...
I was in high school.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't the most recent bit of poetry, like, 2011 or something?
Something like that.
I thought you had said that at one point of the poetry when I was talking about possibly getting back into it.
Maybe. Anyway, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It was all, like... Did we get to... How far did we get in The Devil is a Part-Timer?
Like, first episode, probably. Pro skills, man.
Yep.
I think we got... You got way farther than I did. I think I only got through the first episode and I'm like, oh, this is a thing to watch, and I never watched it.
I was on my third watch when I was watching it with you.
I see. EC. EC means
Fuck.
here in French.
Maybe there's an alternate route up there. No, there's not. Damn it. Got him.
Take it out on the Goomba. Oh, there's something down there.
Yes, I'm getting that impression. Okay.
What's the B-boy got to say? Oh, well, that's not helpful.
Great.
Yeah, it'd be easier to just go back the way you came.
Yep.
So we were talking about reviews and shit.
Yeah, we were talking about reviews and shit. Everybody got AIDS and shit. Everybody really does got AIDS and shit.
Everybody got AIDS.
Yo, that's another thing, is that Lindsay's old stuff has been, like, culturally important to me.
Really?
Because of stuff like that. Like, everybody got AIDS and shit. That's a thing that was important to me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if that necessarily changed. If I was Lindsay, I don't think that would necessarily change how I viewed my old stuff. Because I'm sure I'd still look back on it and like, well, that's great for you, but I still think this is garbage and I wish I would have done better.
I am totally okay with you wishing that you would have done better, but in the case of something like that, I would say just don't take it away from other people.
Well, yeah. Yeah, and I'm glad
Like-
she's going with the route that she is by hosting it and, you know, reaping what benefits there are left to reap from it.
Mm-hmm.
New game over in the fluff. What
I
galaxy?
don't even care.
Okay. Sounds cool. Is it a better game than this?
No.
No.
I hate the Prince mentality.
Prince mentality.
You know, Prince, the musician.
Yeah, what was his mentality thing?
Well, I've decided that I don't want to share my art with the world anymore. Therefore, I will do everything I can to destroy every copy of my work in existence.
Oh, no. I don't really like that mentality. Like, it's his stuff, so like, except for the fact that you bought it, then it's yours, but, you know, like, the art itself, yeah, that's his, so he can do what he wants with it if it falls into his hands, like, I guess. Like, as long as it's not something like where he's like, hey, I'm giving this to you to sign, and then he breaks the CD or something. But
it seems like something he would do.
If he would, then fuck it, I don't like this. But I can totally understand that perspective, especially because there are times where I sometimes, what's the word? I sometimes fancy the idea of just deleting my YouTube channel or deleting videos that I think are fucking garbage. But mostly those moments are born out of self-hatred, so I recognize that doing so is a terrible idea, and I'm being bad by thinking it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I've done that before, you know, like, I actually took some pages from my poetry book and ripped them up, and I have no idea what I ripped up anymore. Like, I think I have some of the pieces from it, but I have no idea what I lost.
Let's see.
Self-loathing is a bitch. Oh.
I couldn't have gone under it, I think.
I think so.
I had already, if I could have gone under it, I wouldn't have made it into the thing.
I think what they wanted you to do is go up, because there was an archway.
I don't know that you can go up. I don't think, you're just gliding. You can't go up.
Oh, there was an archway above it that you just went down for.
Whoa. Yeah, see, this is as low as I can go, or as high as I can go. I'm not going to worry about star bits right now.
Man.
Destroying your old stuff. Like, I would legitimately hold that against you, by the way.
Why? Please explain. I think I have an idea of what you're saying, but please explain.
Destroying your work is taking it away from other people so that no one else can discover it ever again. And there's so much stuff that being part of the pony fandom, you have watched people come to hate things that are important to you so very much, and try as much as they can to see that it gets buried in the sands of time forever. And so this thing that is treasure to you, that you want to be able to share with other people, is just dead to the world.
To be fair, like, even though I had aspirations at one point, like, maybe I could be a real poet, there's no way in hell that I'm ever going to really be able to publish my stuff, or that anyone's ever going to be interested in my poetry. 'Cause it's just not good enough. And poetry, it is such a flooded market that
and there's
no space.
There's only room in America for, like, 2 poets.
Yeah, like,
at most.
I don't know, it feels to me like we've had all the great poets, and until there's a huge paradigm shift in poetry, there's not much we can do, or that I personally can do, I mean. Now, to be fair, I'm not immersed in the world of poetry, and I never really was, but that's always the sense that I got. Like, I was just published in these books of poetry that I don't even, like, I only own a few of them, and I never reaped any benefits from it, and, like, they never got me anywhere, so it's just like, I'm just a drop in this massive ocean amongst oceans of words that, and I'm not making a dent or any waves in it. And also, yeah, I also have a vested interest in not deleting my YouTube stuff, because I know for a fact that people do actually watch my videos. So, whereas with my poetry, it was like, fucking no one's gonna read this. I'm the only one who reads this, and it was also a very intense moment at the time, so.
Yeah, like, your videos are way more valuable than mine.
Maybe at one point yours will become more valuable.
No.
Why do you say that?
Because I do instructionals.
Oh, and it is a bit of an oversaturated market.
It's not just the saturate. Okay. It's not the saturation that's the problem. The reason that my work is not valuable is because the vast majority of my channel is simple instructionals, like not tying how-tos. Most of it's knots, actually. Actually, most of it's probably knives, but that's even worse because those reviews of products that are no longer available for sale.
Yeah.
In a crowded niche market.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think of your videos as like reviews or not tying things anymore because you just haven't done that in years.
Yeah, it's been quite a while. What am I doing?
I don't know. I think.
What am I doing it for?
Well, there's a big penguin thing that could explain it.
Yeah, I should talk to the penguin guy.
Watch out for the not Froggo.
Okay.
Would you ever get to a point where you would delete your videos?
Well, I don't save them so that if my YouTube channel goes down,
that's just it.
I don't care. It's only my woodworking videos that matter, actually.
Why is that?
Because all of the rest of my stuff, like a huge amount of the stuff that I will review or something like that, like.
Well, what about your knots?
Those aren't my knots. Okay, some of them are, but by and large, it's a quick, clear how-to, which anybody can get, and the discussion portion, what I actually think is valuable, nobody else thinks is valuable, because I've seen the analytics for how people watch my videos. They only watch the how to tie it section, and that's it.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
I need to find an ice shroom. I think.
It's so weird that you don't keep any of the, like, video files from your videos.
Well, none of it's important.
Like, even your woodworking stuff, you don't keep?
Nope.
See, I religiously save my video files.
Yeah, but you're doing art. Your stuff matters.
But I never think of it that way. It just seems obvious, like, there's, like, just to have a record of it. And
if
what
yours
I found
goes away, people will want to see it. If mine go away, like, a tiny fraction of what I do is valuable to more than just me. But
I don't know how much rewatch value my videos have. Like, when I think about it, I don't know if... It's something that I wonder, like, with my videos, is it a one-and-done type thing, or do people come back to it the way I do with some Digi videos or other videos from my favorite creators? Something that I also found that's good about keeping your video files is then being able to go, like, if you need to reference a previous video that you did, just being able to steal a clip from it. I don't keep the rendered files of it, but I could just simply re-render it and there we go.
if I was going to do anything for a preservation of my stuff, I would only keep the rendered files.
I finally understand something that's been pissing me off lately.
What?
So when we work on videos together, I notice that if you have any pictures or clips that you use, you leave it on the desktop instead of putting it in the video file.
Uh-huh.
So that's why you do it, because everything is temporary, whereas I keep everything. That's why I got a fucking 1 terabyte hard drive to keep all my shit.
Yep. I value none of my old stuff.
I don't value my old stuff either, but I'll still, just have it.
You value it way more than I value my old stuff, because if my stuff ceases to exist, I won't even care.
There's some videos that I wouldn't care if they stopped existing. But I think part of the reason why I care so much about keeping it is because, I guess, neuroticism.
Okay,
Like, what if I just need this?
For my knot tying stuff, I have 2 videos that matter.
Yeah.
One of them is rapid fire tying essential knots, where I give a quick overview of all of the basic knots that I recommend as it's the lowest level of knot. Like, you need to be able to tie a fixed loop. Here's the fixed loop you should know how to tie. You need to be able to tie a hitch. Here's the hitch you should learn to tie. That kind of stuff.
Okay. And was there one other video?
The other one of my knot tying videos is it's technically not a video, it's a playlist, but my shoelace playlist. That is important. I would go back and save that if I knew that my YouTube channel was being deleted.
I think of my old stuff, except for the canon reviews and the Degrassi Frankie is racist video.
Mm-hmm.
The
You
one
mean Frankie isn't racist?
Yeah, Frankie isn't racist.
That was like the opposite of your point, so I was wondering about that.
Yeah, no. Except for those videos, I think the only ones that I'd want to save is the one about belonging, even though I think it could have been better done, and the one about like my favorite moments dealing with Claire. Like, I do like the idea that was pretty smooth. I do like the concept of my VidMe video, but VidMe's dead, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think those are the only 2 of my videos that I'd actually want to save. Basically, those are the only ones I'd want to save before I changed over to having clips in my videos. Like, I think I started having clips in my did Degrassi say mental illness is more important or less important than physical illness? Yeah, that's the video that I started doing it with.
Cool.
I think it's adorable that it does that.
I was not expecting that.
Neither was I. Bone boys.
Dry bones. Them bones, them bones,
I think of them as boners.
Dry bones. Hilarious.
Or, no, T-boners. That's what I think of them as.
T-boners? Why
Yeah.
T-boners?
I can't remember. I wonder, like, I know no one's watching this, but if anyone has watched any of my old videos and actually has liked them, please tell me, because my perception is they're fucking garbage.
What would be a good video for you?
One where I'm not eternally saying the same thing or beating around the bush about what I mean to say.
You do that a lot, yeah.
Do I still do it? I remember I used to do it often, and looking back, it kind of bothers me.
I want that coin. I guess I'm gonna die.
Oh, okay. Suicide for the sake of completion?
Yep.
Okay. Do you feel like I still beat around the bush or not, or keep repeating what I'm saying?
Not really.
Okay.
Not as much, at least.
Good.
If you do it at all, it's to a much lesser extent than you used to.
I'm glad, because that's something that I've been priding myself in improving on.
Getting to the point.
Yeah, or less of getting to the point, but more just not saying the same thing over and over and over again. Because I did that all the time. I feel like sometimes I have the same issue, but less so, because I think I'm making slightly different points every time I repeat it, so I don't know.
Well, that's the not Digi style, but somebody Digi really likes Film Crit Hulk.
Okay.
Lindsay also really likes Film Crit Hulk, by the way.
Yeah, I remember that. I've not really looked into any of the stuff.
There's a lot of it, as far as I know.
Apparently.
Yeah, but he also runs a blog. And
yeah, that's been one of the main reasons why I haven't gotten into them.
yeah, nothing like welcome to the modern internet. Nothing that exists in writing isn't valuable to anyone at all.
Yeah. I also could not run a blog. Like, it feels like a lot more effort for me to type up something than to just make a video about it. That's one of the main reasons why when I see something on like the Degrassi forums, I rather not make a comment, like responding to it.
Because you'd rather make a video because making a video is easier.
Yes, and technically, it's easy. It's not easier in time sense because, you know, typing it up instead of having to go through the recording, then editing the audio, then editing the video, then uploading it, and having to make up a title and a description for it. That's a lot harder. But
like effort-wise, it's much easier to.
Yeah, and also I just have.
Do you know that I do that too?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm subscribed to a knot tying subreddit. And somebody, like, there will very often be a request of the nature, does somebody have a knot that does this? And so I will, in that moment, like, grab a piece of cord that's just nearby, because I always have tons of scraps, and shoot a quickie video where I come up with a solution, and then post that to my YouTube channel. I haven't done it in a while, but...
Oh, yeah, because you don't do knots anymore, that type of stuff.
There also haven't been as many of those posts on the subreddit lately.
Yeah. I had one just today about, no, I'm not going to get into it because no one cares about Degrassi.
Tell me.
It's something that you haven't watched yet. So there's this character whose brother is trans female to male, but in one of his in his introductory season, he threatens to out a closeted gay guy in order to get a position on the football team. Mm-hmm. And people were like what's all this about? Is it like poor writing or shit? And I had the thought of, ooh, this would be a good video. I should make a video about this. Don't even bother responding to the comment to the forum, and then it's like, I should just do this. Respond to the thread, okay.
No, definitely do that as a video.
I kind of still want to, yeah. Mainly because it seemed like the consensus of the thread was, oh, it was just poor writing. But I don't think it was. I think it was more, it was a lack of empathy on his part, which, you know, frankly, isn't surprising for this character in particular, because he's a bit of a meathead. For anyone who's like, which character is this again? It's Drew. It's Drew.
Drew's the newt, right?
No, you're thinking of Owen. He was around in the same time, and actually, was one of the main things that the guy who was afraid of being outed was afraid of.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, Drew. He's the guy who fucked a girl and then decided, oh wait, I don't want to be a rebound. That guy.
What a fuckboy.
I know, right? Well, that one was less of Drew's fault and more just terrible writing in general. That one I'll give was bad writing, and I already made a video about that, so I'm not going to get into it.
That's the only episode of Degrassi you hate, right?
No, that's a different one. The one that I hate was the one where the whole stake of the episode was taken away, by hand waving. But if I'm thinking about episodes that I legit hate, that's probably going to be one of them. Even though I still like the B plot of it. Just that's a pairing that I hate. Or no, not so much that's a... Because I do like their Yeah, no, I'm going to say, yeah, that's a pairing that I hate. And I said it in the video, but the sense that I get is the only reason why they were pairing is because, oh, Drew needs to have a girl this season. Every season he needs to have someone on the hook. So we're just going to make drama between this girl and her college BF and turn her into someone who just has sex with just about anyone. Because that's totally in character for her.
I missed.
And again, disclaimer, it's not the fact that she had sex that's a problem. It's the fact that a character who like, she's not against having sex, but she is against just jumping in bed with just anyone. That's the problem. But in this instance, the first chance that she got to be even romantic with Drew, she hopped into the sack. Just because they wanted to give her a pregnancy line.
Ace buttons?
No, it doesn't. It pushes my proper story writing button. Oh, I've got some interesting to talk about in the next episode.
All right.
But I'm done with this. I'm done with this. Fuck this. Fuck season 13, like, A. That was fucking stupid.
We were...
Oh my god, he's tiny.
We were talking about... What's it called?
Reviews.
Yeah. So, you are the best reviewer on the internet. And...
In my deepest, darkest dreams, like, that I can't even have access to because I'm a self-loathing little shit.
So you're the best reviewer on the internet, and everybody else who has dabbled their toes into the medium has moved on to a different format, but of the people who are still doing of the people who are still even considering doing reviews of that format, you are the best one.
Wouldn't you say that DG and Lindsay Ellis are reviewers-ish?
Not even close.
Like...
In fact, Lindsay has gone in more and more of a Digi direction over time, which is weird because there's a 0% chance that Lindsay follows Digi.
Yeah. So, other than my canon reviews videos, I feel like the ones that I do week to week are less reviews, but more like along their lines about talking about interesting points about it.
Yeah, you just raise a topic because that's what I told you to do, because that's what everybody was telling Jesse to do.
Well, isn't that kind of what Digi and Lindsay do?
Right, but on the occasions where you still do the...
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you were calling, like, everything that I do a review, and it's like, oh no, wait, just a fucking minute there.
No, absolutely not. You do, like, single point analysis videos, more or less.
I will say that, to be honest, I do think I am the best, like, analyst, reviewer talking about Degrassi on the internet. Like, I've not looked into blogs, so YouTube would probably be a better... I'm the best on YouTube.
For writing and for production values, and your production values blow everybody else out of the water.
Well, production values isn't what I'm thinking about, but more just... not what people have to say about it, but... like, what they talk about with it. Like, it seems
They don't have any good subjects ever.
No, it seems like what everyone wants to talk about with Degrassi are the pairings and the couples and just stupid bullshit where it's like, oh, this thing didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen.
How many tubes and holes can we stuff into other tubes and holes?
Yeah, or this thing didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen or the way I think it should have happened, so it's dumb and bad. Like, that's the sense that I get, and when it's either that or just reaction videos, and I have no interest in reaction videos. I want to actually talk about
reaction videos are only interesting after you're already famous.
Reaction videos are something that I think relies a lot on the personality. And if I'm not interested in the personality or have no prior investment to the personality, then I have no reason to watch their reaction to it.
What the shit is happening?
Oh my god, this is a transformation, kink with, the Yoshi. You fattened him up and now he's floating.
This is inflation.
Yeah. I kind of like it. Inflate me, Daddy.
Okay.
Please don't do that. I'm not into that at all. This is rather interesting, though, I gotta say.
this is a very interesting level.
But yeah, and I think so no one watches this, but if people were to, I might make an enemy out of this other famous Degrassi YouTuber-ish. Like she doesn't exclusively do Degrassi, but she's popular.
You could pull
in
like a
Degrassi.
Taylor Sneck thing if you
What do
wanted.
you mean? What do you mean?
Like there's this other famous Degrassi YouTuber, and you hit him up and be like, hey, do you want to start some drama? And
no, I'm not that kind of person.
Because I think that would be good for both of our channels.
No, I'm not that kind of person. I try to avoid drama. Like, I'm a person who loves drama, and I need to keep a cap on that. Because I don't want to be a drama person. I'm not like Digi.
I am actually way more like Digi than you are, because I have a tendency to come in hot to all the things.
Like, even making a video responding to that one guy who was saying, Frank, I'm still going to call it stupid shit, about the 2004 Phantom of the Opera movie. Even making a video responding to him was something that was mainly your idea.
Yes,
like,
it was.
You just saw how, like, fired up I was about it, and she's like, you should make a video. And it's like, oh, I don't want to ruffle any feathers, because that's just who I am. I'm not... I love watching drama. I don't like being... I don't like being a part of drama. Like, you can tell I watch Degrassi. I don't make Degrassi, though.
You can tell I like Degrassi. I don't like drama.
Yeah, I like drama if I can watch it and comment on it. I don't like being a part of drama. But yeah, I wouldn't do that, but...
See, this is a nod to my evil nature.
Yeah.
I'm a shadow, the true self. I really like shitting on people on YouTube.
But there's only one person who I actually consider to be a decent Degrassi YouTuber, and that's Degrassi Corner. And he does a little bit of reviews, but the thing that I really like about him is him doing Degrassi news. That's what I like about his content. Unfortunately, he's not really been able to make that kind of content anymore because, there just hasn't been Degrassi news since, like, the hiatus.
I totally thought you said Degrassi nudes.
Oh, no. There was... Oh, I've told you about it, but there wasn't...
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. Yeah, but he hasn't really been able to make much content because there's just not really any news with Degrassi as of late because of the stupid hiatus. I was thinking about it today as I was editing my video. I'm making another Steven Universe video. Oh, shit. Oh, hey. Well, this is new. I'm making another Steven Universe video, and I was just thinking about it.
You motherfucker.
He's like, oh shit, Mario's coming, run! So, oh, that could have been dangerous.
That was the point.
I was thinking about it, and of course I'm making Steven Universe videos as the hiatus is going. And I'm making Degrassi videos as a hiatus is going. I'm the hiatus guard. I keep these shows alive when they're in eternal slumber.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to open this soda. Maybe it sat long enough. I'm thirsty.
I hope it did, because I sure do love soda.
Oh, it has. Look. Nothing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Rad like a con.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. If anyone's found a decent Degrassi YouTuber, I guess send them my way, but
I heard of this great Degrassi YouTuber, like probably the best Degrassi YouTuber. Not a vampire?
I know nothing about that person, but they sound like a stupid fucking little shit. I mean, not a vampire who names their YouTube channel after a fucking Falling in Reverse song.
That was a musical reference this whole time?
It was, yes! I mean, so
I had no idea.
I swear I've explained it to you before, but...
No, you haven't.
I got the name from...
Hold on. Next episode.
Okay.
Next time on The Earth Place.